This video was designed to provide information of BC Soccer's member organizations, affiliate clubs, and specifically course hosts across the province. It will present on how BC Soccer is enhancing the administration of community coaching courses to support its member organizations as it relates to the education of coaches in British Columbia. BC Soccer has developed a flat fee structure to streamline the payment process for host organizations. For those organizations who do not pay course fees for their coaches, BC Soccer is giving autonomy to hosts to charge course participants if they choose. To ensure that more courses run, we have lowered the requirement for minimum registration numbers to avoid cancellations, and have allowed a degree of flexibility in the delivery format of coaching courses. BC Soccer is committed to the objective of educating coaches in the game of soccer and supports its member organizations who play a pivotal role in its delivery. Building on the initiative of enabling member organizations to meet the demands of certifying their own coaches, after the call for applications from member organizations, BC Soccer trained over 110 individuals across British Columbia who can now deliver the community coaching courses as qualified learning facilitators. As of August 1st, 2016, BC Soccer enhances the delivery model of the community coaching courses in the following ways. BC Soccer recognized that currently 80% of course fees are covered by host organizations on behalf of coaches, and this demonstrates their great commitment to coach education. Aligning with this model, as of August 1st, all community coaching courses will be administered in the same way as a flat fee invoice to each course host, which means that individual participant course fees will not be collected by BC Soccer. This flat fee invoicing will give organizations more accuracy in planning and budgeting. For those organizations who host courses but do not cover course fees for coaches, they will have the ability to charge registered participants in order to recover costs relating to the new flat fee invoicing model. BC Soccer recognizes the diverse needs of organizations who vary in size, who operate with different financial means, and those whose soccer population is also based on geographical location. So organizations have been categorized into two soccer community types called standard and remote. These are determined by district association size based on player registration numbers. Let's take an example of a standard soccer community type like Tri-Cities Youth Soccer Association, who has more than 1,000 players registered in that district. That means any organization under its umbrella who requests a course would fall into the category of a standard soccer community type. For a remote soccer community type example, such as Golden, Boundary, or Revelstoke, amongst others, each who have less than 1,000 registered players are categorized as remote. BC Soccer has developed flat fees respective to the course levels and the soccer community type categories called standard and remote. These flat fees are based on a course with a maximum of 22 participants to one learning facilitator ratio. With this new flat fee model, BC Soccer will collect less funds from the host organizations to run coaching courses while allowing them to maximize their class size to obtain a financial benefit. This is an example of a standard soccer community type organization who is hosting a Learn to Train course. The per participant course fee is $72.50, and here the host has maximized its class size to 22 registered coaches. In the old model, BC Soccer would have invoiced the host for 22 coaches at a cost of almost $1,600. With the new flat fee model, in this case, the host would benefit from the cost savings of nearly $500. Another way to look at this is the per participant course fee is actually reduced from $72.50 to $50 per coach, benefiting the host. As our collective objective should be to provide coach certification opportunities to all coaches across British Columbia, BC Soccer recommends for all organizations to request open courses which are available for any coach to register. This will give hosts the opportunity to maximize their class size and recover course fees from coaches they do not wish to pay for. Another example is a host who only has 11 of its coaches needing certification and therefore requests an open course to ensure that the minimum requirement of registered coaches will be met to avoid cancellation, and here 7 more register from outside of the organization. If the host decided to charge all participants at the fee of $72.50, then at minimum it would recover the BC Soccer's flat fee invoicing charge with a surplus of about $200 in this case. In the instance where the host wants to recover the course fees for their own coaches, while having the ability to charge coaches from outside of their organization, the host would recover the 7 fees, which will reduce their cost by about $500. When you divide the remainder of the BC Soccer invoice fee by the number of coaches you are covering, the per participant fee is again reduced significantly from the original $72.50. This autonomy gives hosts the flexibility to charge none of the coaches, some of the coaches, or all the coaches, or even choose to charge a percentage so you're in control financially at all times. Hosts are only able to charge coaches up to the maximum BC Soccer per participant fee schedule amounts and no more. All courses are based on a maximum of 22 participants. To support our organizations to ensure that more courses run, we have lowered the course registration minimums from 15 to 12 participants, while also allowing larger organizations to increase the number of participants to a maximum of 44 in cases where there is a higher than usual volume of coaches to train. In addition to this, BC Soccer also recognizes there are some organizations in lower soccer populated communities who may find themselves in geographically challenged areas, making it difficult for them to meet even the lower 12 course participant minimums. BC Soccer is pleased to make these further allowances for organizations who are categorized as remote soccer communities that are able to run courses with a minimum of 6 coaches. BC Soccer strongly recommends all organizations to optimize the learning environment for coaches by running courses within the optimal range. As the lowered minimum requirement of 6 registered coaches only applies to remote category soccer community types, this allowance was made for situations where there are not enough coaches who require certification, and hosts will need to confirm that this is the case. The flat fees are based on a ratio of 1 learning facilitator to a maximum of 22 participants. In this example, a remote organization may request a course with minimum 6 coaches registered and will be invoiced 1 flat fee up to 22 participants. Where the class list exceeds the maximum 22 participants and a second learning facilitator is added, then a second flat fee will be invoiced to the host. In this example of a standard soccer community type, the host can only request a course with the new reduced minimum of 12 registered coaches, and therefore will be invoiced 1 flat fee up to 22 participants. Where the class list exceeds the maximum 22 participants and a second learning facilitator is added, then a second flat fee will be invoiced to the host. Now that majority of our member organizations have a trained in-house BC Soccer learning facilitator, this makes it easier for an organization to host courses that suits its own schedule with the flexible option of running it over 1 weekend or over a number of days in modular formats. For those organizations who do not have an in-house learning facilitator, BC Soccer requests that you book your courses over a weekend to help us provide you with an available learning facilitator. In order to request a community coaching course, a host must first determine which courses are needed to service its coaches who require certification. Once known, the host can request the respective courses through our online system called Coach Center. For more information, please visit us on our website at bcsoccer.net.